Hey there, welcome back to About Life podcast where we talk about life, about things that affect us, whether consciously or unconsciously, as candid as it gets. And before we even do anything else, I just want us to just give a round of applause to this community. Yes, 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 yes. Can you imagine we are at 70 subscribers right now? This is an addition of 20 new subscribers in just 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Man, your boy is grateful. I'm really grateful for the support. I'm really grateful for all the new subscribers. You're much welcome to the community. Yeah, let's continue growing and learning together. All right, now on to our topic for today. Adulting. This is a place where I'm at, and even most of the people around me are at. And I was just thinking, it's funny that when we were young, most, if not all of us, really looked up to being adults. I mean, we all remember the game Kalongolongo. Some people used to call it Chababa na Chamama, where we could just role play the adult life in that early age. Like I remember, almost all the time we used to play that game. I used to be given the role of the dad of the family. I mean, yeah. But when we look at that, I think it just shows how we looked up to being adults. And right now we are there. So how is it? Please share with me, how is it now that we are there, being adults? How has it been for you? So in this Valentine period, someone was making a joke. And he was saying, you remember that time when you were young and you could go for these family gatherings, and there was always that one auntie or one uncle that all the time they used to come alone, while others have come with their spouses, their partners. They used to come alone all the time, and you used to wonder, what's wrong with this one? Why are they always single? And so the joke was, right now, maybe 20 years later, you're now that uncle and that auntie. When you go to family gatherings, people are wondering, what's wrong with this one? Why is he or she always single? And I came to realize when we were young, we had this notion or this belief that being an adult, you have to have everything all figured out. I mean, you would look at people in their 20s, maybe 25, 26, and they don't have a car, and you'll think, what? Such failures can never be me. But now that you're there, do you have that car? Do you have that car? So it was a notion or a belief that when you're an adult, you have to have everything all figured out. And I think it's something that we carried right from childhood. Even right now, as we are adults, we still have that feeling that we need to have everything all figured out, be it career, be it relationships, be it financially, be it anything, you name it. We have that notion and that belief that you have to have everything all figured out, and that's what adulting, that's what makes you a responsible adult. But I really don't think so. If there's one thing life has taught me, is that you can be an adult and still don't have it all figured out, and that's okay. I mean, some things you just have to learn them on the way, because traditionally we had all these things of initiation and everything, whereby you have that, is it like a clear line where you're told, like, right now you're an adult, but right now it doesn't happen that way. The transition, it just happens. You don't even realize that you're an adult. It just hits you. You just get yourself in a place and it hits you that, damn, I'm now an adult. Like maybe that time when you realize that you're now paying rent for yourself, and you're like, man, I'm now an adult. That time when you wake up in the morning and you're going for hustle, and you're like, what? I'm now an adult. So right now there isn't a distinct demarcation that is so clear that right now I've transited into adulthood. I think it just hits you unexpectedly. And if there's one thing I've come to realize, that there's actually no amount of talks, no amount of trainings, that will get you ready for adulthood. Because yes, you can have people talk to you about it and all that, but when you actually get there, you realize that it's still unknown territory. You'll still feel like I'm in uncharted territory. I'm in an unknown place, a place that is completely new, and that's fine. I actually think that's how it should be, and not even just for us young adults. I think if maybe there is an old adult listening to this, maybe you can share with us, because I think even as you grow through it, there are still some things in adulthood. There are places where you get and you feel like this is new to me. There are stages, like for example, okay, right now we are young adults, but you'll come to realize there's a time when you'll get into marriage. And for example, before that, we always go through premarital counseling and all that. But even with all that, when you still get into marriage, you'll still feel like this is uncharted territory. You still feel that this is new ground. Even parenting, when you get to that place where you have your first child, and yes, people will talk to you about it and tell you, this is how it goes, but still in that moment, you'll still feel like this is uncharted territory, this is new ground, and it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to have it all figured out as you begin. You'll learn along the way, and you'll do good. You will do good. Well, there will be some bumps here and there. It won't be easy, because also there is quite a lot of factors that come to play: the support system around you, the environment around you. So different people experience it in different ways depending on the environment. I think let's not be so hard on ourselves and just embrace being in that space of not having it all figured out. Because mainly the pressure that comes with it is simply because out here we all portray that picture that I've got my life in order, I've got this and that in check, but behind the scenes we actually have no idea what we are doing. We have no idea what we are doing. When we post on social media and everything, we portray to the world that we have everything in check, but the truth is that we are just trying this thing and seeing where it leads us. So let not that pressure weigh down on you, because when you look at the people around you, you feel like they have their lives in check. Now they're the responsible adults. Truth is, most of them actually don't have their lives in check. It's just an illusion that we try to portray to the world. But we are all facing this one challenge of adulting, of not having it all figured out. And I repeat, that's okay. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying be reckless. There is quite a thin line. So like for me personally, career-wise, I spent 4 years in campus convinced that I have it all figured out on my career and I'm pursuing the career of my dream. But funny thing is that after campus, I just got a change of heart. And right now I'm pursuing a totally different thing. At the start it was a bit shaky. I was a bit unsure, but I did it anyway. And right now I can say it has paid off. And the future is bright. So it's okay. It's okay to start that thing without having it all figured out. It's okay to do adulting without having it all figured out. And what this shows is simply that as we go through life, we learn more about ourselves and the world around us. And just the icing on the cake, if there's something that has worked for me, is believing that I have a maker and then trusting it all on him. So you just tell him, hey God, I'm at this place, I don't have it all figured out, but I'll trust in you, lead me. And personally, that has worked for me. Because in those places where you feel like you're lost, he will find you and show you that he's got you. So yeah, you can also try that sometime. It worked for me. I believe it will also work for you. Anyway, that's just what I wanted to share for today. Hope it was helpful. I'd really like to hear your thoughts on the same. Let's interact in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, as candid as it gets.